I hear you, and to be honest, it smells like a lot of work. And so
Yeah.
if I join your global village leader masterclass, I mean, how the heck will I be actually able to manage all that time, do my work, care about my family, and work on the project at the same time? Must be pretty difficult. I know actually you've been prototyping this before. So what's your feedback? What's your experience about that?
Very good. A big paradigm shift is really that not everything has to be perfect. Certainly not in this 4 weeks of masterclass. So for example, if we say Tuesday night, 6 o'clock we start, 9 o'clock the masterclass session is finished, and let's say by 11 you need to publish your results, or by 10. That's it. So it builds a certain time pressure. Oh, we've got 1 hour, we've got half an hour, we need to post it now. Yes. So what I'm saying here is there are limited hours, and they are not little hours, but because it's meaningful projects, you don't feel you work on something that you're not really interested in just for the sake of an exercise. You work on your stuff that you get more and more excited about. But also, at certain times, it's time to cap it for the day, make it into transparent final results, and throw it into the feedback round. So really discipline. You know, we don't have the time to be completely absorbed in the program and forget daily life. There is your daily work, there's family commitments, there's the masterclass. And becoming efficient at all three is also another learning curve.
So one hurdle is of course the time that you can spend to it, and I believe you probably have to think about it and make sure that you put it in the right space in your life, in your business life as well as your private life. The other point is, of course, this is a program, you told me, where the fees, where the payment is going to come from the person itself. So can you talk a bit more about the tuition fees and how much it's going to be, and how you envision actually people paying for that?
Okay. Well, I want to just make it a bit more general, because rather than talking detailed figures, they are on the website. But I give you an example. It is certainly the amount per month for the program is certainly what some people get as a salary. It's not small investment. Why? We don't want everyone. We want some people that really want to invest time and money in themselves and be serious about it. I know it will shy away a lot of people, but that's okay. And we want to make sure that what people invest, they get back. So how do we do that? We really need to come up with KPIs, with key performance indicators at the beginning of the program. How can I measure that what I give in, I get out? How much time do I save? How much additional business ideas have I generated? What happened when I put them forward? What did I get, for instance, at the job? Could I get a promotion? Could I get recognition? Did I get a lead for a project that I was hoping for? Could I create my business post in a way that it's now fulfilling me, and how much value would that mean to me? So we really discuss this with the group. In the same way as you would put a project forward to your stakeholders, well, what does it cost me? What is the investment? Why should I do this? There's a lot of why questions. So we make sure that people have to commit to a reasonable amount of tuition fee. It's not cheap. And we make double sure that everyone has the feeling I got my money back. Presentation skills, for example, when you work on your project, how are you going to put it forward? You will see people really becoming a complete different communicator and being able to put something forward with confidence, assertive, relaxed. What is the price tag on that? Some people spend 8-10 years in a company and never get there. And here you have to grow up. So there's a few things. I think that explains a little bit what the time and money investment is looking like, and how you can get it back. You know,
Thomas, you're speaking to a sales trainer, and that's one point which is always the great Zig Ziglar said it in the States. If you can nail it down to something measurable, which makes a lot of sense, it makes things more easier. And you know, your program actually costs the price of a pack of cigarettes per day. So you've got a choice here. Stop smoking and take that money and go on the masterclass, which is a good idea, I would say, in that sense.
Yes.
Because that's really what we're talking about. 10 euros a day $10 a day is all you've got to spend for 1 year to get this program. So $10 per day, you're probably worth it. There was the little 5 seconds.
Very good.
But now the question has come back to a bit more serious elements there. We said it earlier on that there might be a financial issue, but I'm sure actually that's not going to be the case, because as we said it, $10 a day is affordable. What I believe might be not affordable is actually the amount of time that you have to put in. So the question is, if I want to get on this program, but I don't think it's exactly the right time, can I wait to actually do this program later on?
Yes, absolutely. You could. I would say you lose out on not joining earlier, but that's beside the point. So we have small classes, 4 to 6 people in a peer group. And once we have those and we found the match, by the way, not everyone that applies will be accepted. It's an application only, it's a selection process. Why? We want a good match. We want to be sure that people are really hungry to step forward. They want to achieve something. If someone, I'm derailing. There would be 3 reasons why this program doesn't work for you. If people believe they don't have talents, then I can't change their belief. If people believe we are here to fix them, wrong place to go. If people want a shortcut, a magic bullet, an overnight cure, wrong place to go. Yeah. So we want people that are reasonable, realistic, and they want to invest in themselves and do the job. So what was the question that you asked me at the beginning?
It's good. But my question was, if I want to go there, but I feel it's not the right time,
can you wait?
I heard you say, well,
absolutely,
maybe you just join and then you delay actually this one. But the first point that you said is, well, not everybody will be accepted. So I better actually make an application right now to see if my profile actually fits with your masterclass, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. So coming back now to, yes, you can wait. Once you do the application, there is no obligation, no commitment with the application. The application is a screening process. In fact, there's some very interesting questions in there that already are like a mini coaching session, because we give you already some hints how to find your talents, what could be the one that engages you. So the application is no commitment at this stage. It's a screening process. Once you know that you accept it, then you have to make a choice. You've got 48 hours to either commit or step aside from the waiting list. So there would be no downside to filling in an application now and see what happens. That's very important to us.
So first application, then if I'm actually accepted onto the program, I still got time to commit to it financially and time-wise, and then off we go.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say we went through the program, and you said to me it's about a month's time where we have heavy work and intense work. But is there a life after the masterclass? What happens after the masterclass?
Yes, the idea is it's not a one-off, and that's also what I like about our work in companies. Ideally, for instance, when we have our, let's say, 3-day modules, sequences over 1.5 years, intervals, these are the corporate programs that we've run. So we're not saying here 4 weeks done and dusted, game over. The masterclass is over. The Global Village Leader Club life begins. There's a community of alumni, which each peer group, the alumni group, grows, so your sounding board gets bigger. And we really want to make sure that 4 weeks, 8 weeks after the masterclass, the latest, people have completed their case studies, that the time and especially the money they've put in, they got out. So in this connection in the alumni afterlife, so to speak, in the alumni class, people still work together to get the job done and to connect. Now, once a person can prove to us that they put it all to work and it helped them, they can, if they want to, re-enter another class on another level, but that's a different discussion. So to me, it's like this, almost like in martial arts, you know, there's the green belt, there's the blue belt, there's the black belt. It's a lifelong journey. How can we say it's 4 weeks? It's a lifelong journey, but according to your appetite and according to the fact that what you put in, you get out. There will be no re-entry if someone cannot prove that what they put in, they got out.
Okay, got it right. So I know that you've been prototyping the program for the last couple of months. And what you told me is the feedback was quite good. So when is actually the first live session? When is that going to happen? I know it's pretty soon, right?
Yes, the idea is really that in the middle of October, there's the next group starting, and then on a flow scheme. So basically, it's not like every 4 weeks. As soon as the next group of 5 is ready to go, we can launch them. It's really like seemingly every week, every 2 weeks, a group can start. It's not that we have to wait for a big cutoff date. And so it goes. And it's also interesting that in terms of language skills, this is English speaking in the mains, the instructions, ideally the discussions. But if people feel their fluent English isn't good enough, mine wasn't 20 years ago until I did something about it. We could also cater for native live sessions with native coaches, native speaking coaches. But I still would advise that the people can read and write some bullet points in English, because then whatever you post is for the entire community and all the instructions. So, but hey, here we go. Small group, and middle of October, end of October, November, it's rolling. It's a rolling system.
Click on the link to fill out the application. It's your chance to get on the waiting list and possibly accepted. There is no commitment at this stage. It's a selection process of carefully matched peer groups. Don't forget to subscribe to our email circle. The application has great questions, like a free mini coaching session how to discover your talents to become fully engaged and remarkable. Once accepted, you have 48 hours to commit or step aside from the waiting list.